Okay. So we were discussing something about the transient analysis and the transient response of the RL circuits, RC circuits, and we have dealt several examples on how the responses are and how to calculate the transient response of the system. Okay. So just to review that a little bit, we have dealt with the RC circuits. We have dealt with RL circuits, okay, with and without battery. The battery will be there or may not be there. Then with or without battery, okay. So this much we have already dealt with, and I think as the number of students are a little bit less, so I'll just wait for 2-3 minutes more, and please solve this question till that time until we are proceeding further in this topic. So one question I'm just giving you. It's a very simple question, but uh, still it will be helping you in solving the questions in the exam. So suppose this is a battery and this is a 1 ohm resistance, and here is the switch connected, and there is a capacitor over here, and this is 1 ohm. This is switch S. This is 1 microfarad. This is 4 ohms, and this is 5 volts. Okay. So this switch is opened at t equals to 0. Okay. So you have to find out what is the current through the capacitor. What is the current through the capacitor IC for t equals to 0 positive? Please let me know this answer. What is the current to the capacitor for t equals to 0 positive when the switch is opened at t equals to 0? Any answers? Any guess how to solve this question? I'm again repeating that this is a circuit given. Okay. And this switch S is
So your
opened
screen
at
is not.
time. Come again?
Hello.
Yeah.
So your screen is not presenting. If you are you presenting something?
Just a second. Just a second. Sorry. Would have told me earlier also. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the question given. This is a circuit given, and this switch S is opened at time t equals to 0. You have to find out the current through this capacitor for t equals to 0 positive. Yeah. So any answers?
0.
Come again. 0 ampere. Let me check the answer. 0 is wrong. Okay. So shall I solve it? See, assuming this circuit has reached its steady state before time t equals to 0 when the switch was closed. So tell me how the capacitor will behave before t equals to just 0 for t less than 0. Will it go
Open
open circuit or
circuit.
short circuit? it will be fully charged, right? And if it is fully charged, it won't allow any further current to flow through it. Okay, so it will be open circuit like this and like this. Is it correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So there will be a current flow here. There will be a current flow here of 1 ampere. Okay, and this voltage VC will be 4 volts. Okay, VC 4 volts, VC 0 negative, you can say. Am I correct? Now, when this switch S is opened at time t equals to 0, okay, so capacitor won't allow the sudden changes of voltage or current.
Voltage.
Voltage.
So this capacitor will be something like this, and this is plus minus 4 volts, okay, which is VC0 positive, which is equal to VC0 negative, okay, and this will allow the current to flow this through this 4 ohm resistance. Am I correct? Right? This circuit is already gone because this is open circuited now. Switch S is open. So tell me what is the current value I? It will be 4 by 4. It should be 1 ampere. Got it? So IC0 positive will be 1 ampere. Is it clear? Any doubt in this, you can ask me. If not, then I will proceed. Okay, then I will proceed further, and maybe this question you can try. These are all some good questions which will help you to build your concept. Let me just check the question. The question is, you have to find the time constant for this particular circuit. You have to find the time constant for this particular circuit. So tell me, what is the technique?
So Thevenin's theorem.
No, don't go in Thevenin's theorem and all. I have not taught you until now. How to find out the time constant for this circuit? What I have told you, for finding the time constant, you just deactivate all the sources, right? So for deactivating the voltage source, what you will do? It should be short circuited or open circuited?
Short
So
circuit.
Short
self
circuited. You just short circuit this source. So that will be something like this. 2R. This will be short circuited, and this is your C. Okay, you have to ultimately find the time constant for this particular C. Okay, so tell me, this is R. This is in parallel or series? R is in parallel with 2R,
Parallel.
right? So this will come out to be, let me check the answer. The answer is 2 by 3 R. 2 by 3 R. So what is the time constant tau for this circuit? 2 by 3 R into C. Right? Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
So okay. So I think that is enough for this thing, the questions. Now let us discuss on transient analysis. And now we will discuss something about the forced response, forced or excitation response, and natural response. Natural response of first order circuits. Now slowly we are entering into a differential equation and how to utilize the concept of differential equation in solving the circuit problems. So in that way we will be moving. Let me discuss some of the basic concepts about this and then we can proceed further. Now suppose you have a circuit. Suppose you have a circuit. This is R, this is L, and there is a battery. R, L, and E, and this switch S is closed at t equals to 0. Okay. Now, because of closing of this switch S, the current I will be flowing. So, can someone tell me the current equation, the KVL equation for this particular loop? E minus of I R minus of L di by dt. I mean, this is IT. I'm sorry. E minus IT times R minus L times d by dt of IT equals to 0. I hope this thing is clear to all. Okay. Then, and this thing already I have discussed in the previous classes also, and to how to solve this equation, how to solve all these kind of linear differential equations. Okay. So, what is this kind of equation? So this kind of equation, if you see, okay, I mean the equation. Okay, let us discuss first this thing. Then I will tell you. Now, if you can reduce this this equation to, you can bring E on that side. E equals to IT times R plus L times d by dt times IT. Okay. Now you can just divide by L. E by L is equals to R by L times IT plus dit by dt. Okay. So this you can denote it as some constant values. E by L and R by L, you can write it as a constant values. And then you can write this as E by L equals to A times, A is a constant, IT plus dit by dt. Please write this down in your notes. Okay. So this equation, this particular equation, if you see, this is the first order linear differential equations. First order linear differential equation. How to determine the order of the differential equation? You have to check the highest derivative which is present in the equation. Okay. So the highest derivative order is 1. Okay. So this is first order. And why this is linear? Because there is no multiplication of the two time dependent term. Okay. There is no multiplication. There is no di dx or di into dy or dy into dt. Okay. So that is a linear differential equation. In circuit analysis, your all the equations will be linear differential equations will be formed in the complete circuit. Okay. Only thing is that it will be first order if it is only the RL network. If there are the two energy storing element involved, then that will be a second order. So in your complete circuit analysis, either the equation will be first order differential equation or it will be second order differential equations depending upon how many number of energy storing elements are there in the circuit. Energy storing elements in the sense only R and L, not the battery. Okay. So the more L you will increase, I mean the order of the differential equation will definitely increase. Okay. So if there's only L, only inductance is there, then it will be a first order. If only capacitance is there, it will be also a first order. If both R and L are involved, it will be the second order linear differential equation that will be formed in your circuit analysis. Okay. So let me just discuss about solving this linear differential equation. Solving the linear differential equation. Okay. So in the previous slide, we have just seen that di by dt plus R by L times I equals to E by L. So this equation, you can just write it down as, I'm just writing in a general term to let you know how to solve all these equations. Okay. This you can write it as some equation, some dy by dt plus of a times y equals to some function xt. This equation you can write it as like this. In general terms, I'm just writing. Okay. Where xt is known as forcing function. Forcing function. What does this forcing function means? If you see, here is a battery involved. So the battery is a driving force behind this circuit. Okay. It is forcing the current to flow in this circuit. Okay. So that is why it is given as the forcing function. Okay. Because it forces the current in the circuit. If it was not there, then there won't be any flow of current in the circuit if the initial conditions are zero. Okay. So that is why it is known as the forcing function. Okay. Now then we have discussed that to solve this kind of this thing equations, what we have to do? You have to multiply by, tell me. I think this you must have read in your class 12th also, in the previous classes also I have discussed. You remember this thing? Dy by dt is equals to P times plus Py equals to Q. Something like this you have read?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So there was an integrating factor, something like that you have to calculate. Okay. So integrating factor for this particular equation is, I have discussed in the previous classes also, we'll just multiply the term e to the power of minus 80. E to the power of, no, not minus 80. 80 will be the integrating factor. And this will go to the dy by dt plus a e to the power of 80 times y is equals to e to the power of 80 times xt. Okay. Now these two things you can just combine and you can write it as d by dt of e to the power of 80 times y, and this is equals to e to the power of 80 times xt. Okay. This dt you can bring it to the opposite side and you can write it as d of e to the power of 80 times y is equals to e to the power of 80 times xt. And then you used to integrate on both the sides and you will get the solution of yt as e to the power of minus 80 integral xt e to the power of 80 dt plus a e to the power of minus 80. You can solve this. You can solve this. You have to apply the integral formula of integral of x into y, which is first function, which is integral into differential of second function, like that, plus integral or differential of second function multiplied by first function. So this formula you have to apply in this equation, and then finally you will get yt as this one. Okay. So anything, can you see here anything what you can feel by seeing this equation? Some conclusions can you draw? I'm just making it in the other slide. So Yt has came out to be a e to the power of minus 80 plus e to the power of minus 80 integral of xt e to the power of 80 times dt. This is a solution for that equation. No, I'll call you in some time. Anything urgent? So, can you tell me what does this equation implies? And this is the response for such kind of system. If you see, this is a response for such kind of system in which RL is there and there was a battery. Just hold for a second.
రాత్రి అయితే కనుక పారాసిటమాల్ టాబ్లెట్
Okay. So I was there telling that this is the equation and the solution for this has came to like this. And this was our initial circuit, R and L and E. Okay. So tell me in this particular portion, is there any term which is involving the input source? Yes or no? What is the input I have taken as xt? But is this xt coming here anywhere?
No, sir.
No. So this kind of the response of the system is like basically you can say that the response of a system is a addition of two things. Okay. First will be the forced free response. This is known as the force free response. What does it means? That even if that battery was not there, okay, this system would have responded in some manner and the output is given by a e to the power of minus 80. Okay. In the previous classes, I have told you that if there is a RL network, okay, if there was a RL network and with no battery, but this inductor is suppose charged with some initial current I, the response I have told you that I equals to I naught e to the power of minus 80, right? Yes or no? And this inductor will decay its current over the period of time through this resistance. So the similar is the reflection in this circuit also. Okay. So if this circuit is not having any source and if this inductor is charged with some value, then that response is known as the force free response. Okay. Or the natural response of the system. Okay. Or the natural response. Why? Because this system naturally has some current value. Maybe due to some reasons, we are least interested in that. But if this system is having any current value, okay, and if there is no battery, then this system would have responded in the exponential decay manner, and whose value will be given by a to the power of minus 80. So this kind of response is known as the force-free response or the natural response of the system. Okay. Now come to the second thing. The second thing involves that there has to be some input function xt, or you can say the input force. So the second part of the response is known as the force response of the system. You got it? So the system overall response yt is the summation of natural response plus the force response. Got my point? Please tell me if there is some doubt. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So this is the total response of the system is the addition of the two parts, which is known as the forced response and the natural response. Now I'll just proceed further in the same manner that okay, just change the slide. So yt was given by a e to the power of minus 80 plus e to the power of minus 80 integral xt e to the power of 80 dt. Okay. Now tell me, is this the absolute solution? Tell me. Because there's an integral term involved, you have not got your final equation. Okay. Like equation in the sense it should be in terms of some constant values plus some function. There cannot be a integral or a differential equation in the solution of a function itself. Okay, it should be absolute equation. So what you will do, you will further you will do, you will solve this integral function. Okay, and further if you solve this integral function, again you have to apply the same formula x into y, and you will get your yt as, if you see, a to the power of minus 80 plus, let me just write the this final thing. And it will be something like this: 1 by a times xt minus 1 by a square times dxt by dt plus e to the power of minus 80 by a square times integral t square x by dt e to the power of 80 dt. This will be the final this thing. Okay, if you just expand this formula. Okay, so the thing is that you have to apply the formula for x into y. But again, if you apply the formula for x into y again and again, this integral term will not vanish. How many times you integrate, but this integral term will not vanish at any time. Okay. So in other ways, you can write this equation as a to the power of minus 80 plus k naught times x plus k1 times x dot plus k2 times x double dot, and you have to integrate till infinity. Okay, where x dot is dx by dt, x double dot is similarly d square x by dt square, and similarly it will be x triple dot, x4 dot. But this term, this integral term will not vanish if you have to write the general equation. However, when you will solve the questions, there will be the excitations, okay, for which the second differential may become 0. Suppose it is t square. So t square you can differentiate only till 2 times. The third time you will differentiate, it will come out to be 0. But this is the general, what you can say, the general solution for solving the first order differential equations of having a circuit something like this. Okay. And it is having the force free response and the force response of the circuit. Okay. Let me just further explain this topic to you. So yt is given by, you can write it as ynt plus yft, where ynt is, you can write it as, where ynt is a natural response. And this is true for any kind of system, okay? Whether it is second order system, fourth order system, you are least interested. But the thing is that every system will have its own natural response and every system will have its own force response, okay? And the net response of the system will be the addition of natural response and the force response, okay? So in the coming lectures or in the coming syllabus, you will be giving several circuits, okay? The differential equation which you will be forming, okay? And ultimately you have to solve those differential equations. So for those solving those differential equations, okay, you will find the natural response of the system separately, you will find the what you say, the force response of the system separately, and then you just have to add it, okay? So this thing I suppose you must have learned in your class 12th also, in your 12th also, that how to solve the differential equations. So that's just an extension of it, more detailed version of it I'm just telling to you, okay? Now, yeah, so our equation was something like this. Initial equation was something like this: dy by dt plus a times y, I'm sorry, y is equals to xt. This was our initial differential equation, the solution for which has came out to be this one, okay? So now if this is the solution, then this equation must satisfy this differential equation. So what I am doing is I am just writing it as d by dt of ynt plus yft plus a times ynt plus yft, okay? This is equals to xt. I have just inserted the solution in this equation. Okay, this you can write it as d by dt of yft plus a times yft plus d by dt of ynt plus a times ynt is equals to xt. I'm just reshuffling the terms, okay? Any doubt here? You can ask me. Yes, no,
No, sir.
no. Now, can someone tell me the value of this portion? What it is? Can someone tell me? You can just guess. What was ynt came in the previous slide? It was equals to a times e to the power of minus 80 or not? In the previous slide, I have just shown you. If you see, this was yn, this was ynt, and this was yft. This was yft. Okay, so if you see ynt is equals to this one, and if you put this ynt in this particular these two terms, then this value will come out to be 0. You can insert it and check it.
Yes, sir.
This equation will turn down to d by dt of yft plus a times yft is equals to xt. Now, what does this implies? That whatever be your natural response of the system is, okay, but the forced response of the system, the yft of a system, will always satisfy its own system equation, will directly satisfy. I mean, what you can say, what you can do, yft you can directly put here, and this will give you, this equation will definitely satisfy. That is what I want to say. That the forced response of a system will definitely satisfy its differential equation directly, which you can prove it from this point. Okay. Whatever be your natural response, it is not at all important, but the forced response of the system will directly satisfy its own differential equation. That is what this point means. Okay. This thing, the concept will come into picture. It will help you when you will be solving some questions. Okay. You have to find out the values of several constants. Okay. So for that thing, you will be needing this concept. You have to keep this concept into mind. Okay. So I'll just give you very small example, but very important to show you how this thing will be used in solving the questions. Let me just check the question then. Yeah. Suppose you have a system, okay, whose equation is given by dy by dt plus 2y equals to t square. Okay. We have to find out the system response yt. Okay. So yt I have told you it's addition of natural response plus the forced response. Okay. So what will be its natural response? Any guess? It will be a e to the power of minus, it was small at, right? A is a constant, plus, I have told you in the previous slide also, it will be equal to k naught times x plus k1 times x dot, okay, plus k2 times x double dot and plus dot dot dot. Okay. So this is a e to the power of, what is small a in this? This is a small a. So small a is 2 plus k naught times x is what? Tell me in this function. The excitation is what? This was the excitation. What is the excitation in this function? Excitation is this function t square, right? So x is equals to t square. So you are just putting t square plus k1 times x dot, it will be dx by dt, which will be equal to 2t plus x double dot will be, tell me how much? K2 times 2. Is it clear? Tell me. Any doubt in this? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is the solution for this equation. And then they will give you some boundary conditions to show you that how to find out the value of k naught, k1 and k2 and a. They will be definitely giving you some boundary conditions. Okay. But please mention that they will be giving you some, maybe they will give you some boundary conditions that at x is equals to 0, at t equals to 0. you can say the response y is equals to 0, something they will give. Okay, but always it will be the condition that the number of unknowns will be more than the number of the initial conditions given. So how can you find out the number of unknowns in the further unknowns? What you can do, so this is the force response of a system. Okay, this k naught t square k1 times 2t k plus 2 times k2. Okay, this you have to again put in this differential equations. I have told you in the previous slides also that the force response will always satisfy its own differential equation. So this you can put here and it will come out to be d by dt of complete thing you have to put k naught t square plus k1 times 2t plus 2 times k2. Okay, plus 2 times y. Okay, so y is again yf only. So k naught into t square plus k1 times 2t plus 2 times k2. Okay, this will satisfy its own characteristic equation, its own differential equation. Okay, now on both the sides you can equate the coefficients of each term. Like t square coefficient you can equate on both the side and you can get the values of k naught, k1 and k2. Okay, you have to just equate the coefficient on both the sides and then you can get the values of k naught, k1 and k2. So this is how you have to solve these kind of differential equations. Okay, now I want to give you one question actually. Okay, then you can use this question itself, which we have taken in the previous slide. What was that? Yeah, you can take this question and I will give you initial condition as now dy by dt plus 2y equals to t square. And it is given that at t equals to 0, y equals to 0. It is given. Okay. Now you have to solve this equation. Okay. So what is the natural response of the system? What is yft? Can someone tell me? It will be a times e to the power of minus of at, which will be equal to 2t. Okay. And what is, this is natural response, I'm sorry. What is the force response? Any guess?
K
No, I've told you.
naught t square.
K naught t square plus k1 times
K1 2t
k1 times 2t plus
2k.
2k3, right? Okay. Now you put this equation in this because it will satisfy its own its own equations. Okay. So this will be equal to d by dt of k naught times t square plus k1 times 2t. I am just doing this because we have to find out the values of k1, k2 and k3 plus 2 times. Please someone tell me the value of k naught times t square plus k1 times 2t plus 2k3 equals to t square. Please tell me the values of, by equating the coefficient on both the sides, by equating the same coefficient, the coefficient for the same term on both the sides. Please tell me the values of k naught, k1 and k2. K naught, k1 and k3 or k2 you can write it as, I'm sorry. Whatever it is. Please tell me these values by equating the coefficient. I'm giving you 1 minute time. Please solve it and let me know. Any answers?
K not equal to 1 by 2.
Okay, K naught equals to 1 by 2. Okay, then K1.
K1 equals to minus 1 by 4. K2 equals to 1 by 4.
K2 means K3. Okay, 1 by 4. Is it correct? I'm assuming that this is the values. I don't know the answer. Okay, but I'm assuming that you are correct. So the net response of the system will be yt will be equals to a times e to the power of minus 2t plus 1 by 2 times t square minus 1 by 4 times into 2t. So it will be 1 by 2. Sorry. So minus 1 by 2 times t and plus 1 by 2. I suppose this is the response of the system. Again, one final constant a is left for you to find. That you can definitely find out by using this initial conditions what they have given. So please note it down. The final coefficient a you will all audible to you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there was some power cut in my house. So please note it down that this final coefficient a of the natural response of a system you will always find out after finding the forced response first. Okay. So the forced response coefficient you will be finding by putting the forced response equation in the differential equation, and then finally you can find out this value of constant for the natural response by using the initial value. So at time t equals to 0, they have given the response is 0. So you can write it as a times plus 0. So a value will be coming out to be 0. Maybe this is somehow it is coming out to be 0, or a value is not 0. It is equals to minus 1 by 2. Okay. So this is how you will be doing it. So finally your response will be minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus 2t plus 1 by 2 t square minus 1 by 2 times t plus 1 by 2. Please check the mathematical calculations. But this is how you will be finding the response for the first order differential equations, okay, of the kind which is having the equation something like this. Okay. Any doubt you can ask me, otherwise I think we should end the class. You please revise this particular lecture before coming out to the next class, because this was a typical lecture which you might not have seen in your previous classes. So please revise this lecture before coming to the next class, hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Any doubt you can ask me, otherwise I think the class is over for today. Okay, fine. And we'll meet tomorrow for the next topic. And please revise this lecture again. I am telling you, otherwise you will not get anything from the tomorrow class. So I'll just share the recording now, and please revise this thing.